but I had a pretty kind of game-changing conversation with someone maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And she was a doctor. She's a doctor of business at Curtin University, and I remember she was very blunt with me. And she said, "I can." Something along the lines of, "I can see what you're doing, and I can see the work that your team are doing, and I can see the fact that you don't want to step out the front of this, because that's not who you are." But she said, "My advice to you is that this is not going to succeed if you don't step out the front of it." And she said, "Unfortunately, you're the one who has to do it." So I remember not long after that, I got I was in work and I got a call on my phone, and I had to like step into a boardroom, and the phone goes, and I didn't recognize the number, and I picked up the phone and I answered, and this this woman's voice was on the phone, and she said, "Hello, my name is Anne-Marie, and I'm from the Australian of the Year Awards, and I wanted to call you to say that you've been nominated for an Australian of the Year Award." And I immediately just went, "Okay, Anne-Marie, if that's your real name, thanks very much," and I put the phone down. And I walked back to my desk. And about 20 minutes later, my phone goes again, and it's the same number, and I was like, "Hello?" And she's like, you don't believe that this is real, do you?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry, Anne-Marie." I was like, "Look, I've played a lot of jokes in my life, but I'm pretty sure that this is a joke." And as it turned out, that was my first conversation in regards to the Australian of the Year Award that I went on to then win. But you know, I genuinely thought that someone was playing a joke on me. But look, the opportunities that we got and that I got out of winning that award was huge, and we received a pre-election agreement from Scott Morrison at the time. So it was coming up to a federal election. So Scott Morrison, I had a chat with him. We got invited to his house, and we went for morning tea. And again, like I think that I spoke to him for about 5 minutes. We were only meant to speak to him for about 30 seconds. I ended up, first thing I spoke to him was about dogs, because there was a little dog in the garden, and we were playing with his dog, and yeah, we connected on that personal level, and I think that's very important, because that's fundamentally what Short Back and Sidewalks does. It's like connecting. It's like you and I right now, we're having a chat and having a laugh, and not long after I got back from Canberra, we received, I think it was close to $500,000 in a pre-election agreement,